Fanboyism. Let's talk about it for a second.
Yeah.
We're entering the fall, getting close to the holidays, so we're starting to see a lot of great games come out. And I'm starting to notice the fanboy craze is starting to kind of build up. There's a lot of pressure there. And the first thing I want to bring up is, and I know I'm probably going to get some heat for this, but get all three systems. Get a PC. Get a 3DS. Get whatever you want. Get as much of it as you can. Or, if you only need one, you get one or two. It really doesn't matter, whatever your preference is. That doesn't mean that the decision that someone else has made to either pick up a PlayStation 4, or they rather play on the PC, or they rather have an Xbox, or if they even want to play just solely on a Wii U, it doesn't mean that their decision to go ahead and purchase that was the wrong decision. I, not too long ago, did a video discussing my issues about the Wii U. And it kind of aggravated me when I would receive messages or comments or just talk to people that I know where they're kind of defending Nintendo blindly. If you're a fan of what the company is doing and they're giving you a lot of enjoyment, fine. But that doesn't mean that they're running the ship perfectly.
Houston, we have a problem.
And as a fan, as somebody who's doing a YouTube channel and I'm trying to build my channel, I don't want to alienate any of the audiences. I have all three systems. But I have to speak the truth when I see it. Some things are worth mentioning and some things aren't. Recently, my daughter was looking at something, I can't recall what it was, but she was reading that they were talking about Super Smash Brothers and just the Smash Brothers series in general, and that there was somebody in the comments just going berserk and saying that Smash Brothers is the greatest fighting game ever made. Okay, that's your opinion. We're going to start right there. Opinion versus fanboyism. That is merging into fanboyism, what that person just said right there. And I'm going to explain to you why. You can say that Smash Brothers may be the most fun to play. Smash Brothers, you love the characters. But there are a couple of things you can't say. You can't say that the graphics in Smash Brothers are better. You can't say that technically the gameplay is better or more complex than any other fighter. You can't say that. Otherwise, you've entered the fanboy realm. Now, here's the difference, because a lot of people will tell me, well, can you say that about Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter? Hold on. If you have a valid argument as to your opinion, then it's not fanboyism. So, for instance, if I said MKX is the best looking fighting game ever, some people may say, hey, it's Killer Instinct that looks better, or now Street Fighter V coming out that looks better. But we would all three have an argument because they're close. In my humble opinion, I think MKX edges out pretty much everything. But Street Fighter V is coming along quite smoothly. It by the time that's finished, it may surpass it. And who knows, maybe Killer Instinct Season 3, they're going to upgrade the graphics, and maybe that'll be the best looking one. But the point is, you have an argument in all three. For Smash Brothers, I don't really see you having that kind of argument. Again, everyone has their opinion. Is a 7 for Gears of War a horrible score? No. Is it an unfair score? I say a little bit yes. It kind of is. But it's still in that debatable kind of realm. So when somebody gets out there and they're going to say that they're going to boycott GameSpot or IGN or whatever it is.
Boycott Styles.
Go!
Yo, boycott Styles.
I got your boycott swinging.
Boycott Styles. Yo, what you laughing at?
Just be consistent, because a lot of the reason why we may have somebody's reviews the way they are and everything seems to appear to be just totally biased, it could be something as simple as maybe it's not that they're against Microsoft or against Sony. It could be maybe they have no allegiances to nobody, but possibly a developer didn't give them early access to a game, and they figured, you know what, we're going to shit on your game. And I'm sure that kind of thing happens all the time. I mean, it happens in journalism with politics and music and movies all the time. So why not give a bad review to something that might not deserve it because you're not happy with the company or the director or the publisher or whoever it is?
What are you writing, another review? Is it any good? Callous a label. Just, lackluster, that's just the labels. Marginal, are you kidding me? It sounds like you need penicillin to clear that out. That's a label too. These are just all labels. You just label everything. That's so fucking lazy. You're a lazy fucker.
I say if you're going to have that issue, you're going to have that issue with pretty much their overall opinion on the industry and on games. And that's where my beef comes in. You know, and then they say, well, we played through the game and this is just our opinion and we're entitled to it, and fine. But then I watch them have their playthroughs or demo a game and they all suck. They suck. I don't know how the hell you can review a game like Call of Duty and you could barely get a shot off. I don't understand that. And I've seen these things from the corporate media time and time again. But anyway, back to the point. If it's in the realm of opinion and argument and objective criticism, I'm all for it. Because everyone does have an opinion. But when you become so tribalistic, so crazy, where you're jumping on a preview of a game on a system that you don't have, but you need to jump on there. So for instance, the Gears of War thing. Somebody has a preview or review of Gears of War. Somebody who doesn't have an Xbox One, only has a PlayStation 4, jumps on the comments and just starts trolling away. You suck, Microsoft. You suck. You suck, Microsoft. You suck.
You suck, Microsoft.
You suck, Microsoft! You suck! You suck! You suck!
If that is you, you are a fanboy?
You are an asshole, man.
Come here, give me a kiss. Come here. Come here. Hey.
Hey, fuck you, man!
And I see this on all sides. I see it on the Sony side. I see it on the Microsoft side. Oh, you PC gamers are so fucking out of this world when so many of your fucking games have problems like Batman and Mortal Kombat and all these games, but yet your high resolution and 60 frames per second constantly or 100 something frames per second and oh, we're the best. You guys are all losers.
And 4 greenhouses to put a hotel on Boardwalk.
Play the
and use
game.
not
Knock
a
off the
hotel.
bullshit.
Huh?
Play the game, Hardy.
What are you talking about? I am playing the game.
Well, play the game.
Leave me
Knock
alone.
off
I ain't
the
doing
bullshit.
anything to you. What bullshit?
Your bullshit.
What about your bullshit?
Come on, play the game.
Listen, you keep your hands off me.
Play the game.
I've had enough bullshit out of you. Do you hear me?
Play the game.
What the fuck are you picking on me for?
Play the
Take your
game,
dice.
Hardy.
Look, I'm trying to ignore you.
Just
See?
play the game. Play the game.
You keep your hands off me, you son of a bitch!
Okay.
You keep your hands off me!
Play the game.
You hear me? Come on, come on, come on, come on. I can be pushed just so far, see?
Play the game.
You touch me once more.
the game.
Just touch me once more. Just once more, huh? Just once more. Just touch.
Now let me flip it, because there's some fanboys calling out people who are fanboys, and they're not really fanboys, but the ones that calling them out are the fanboys. And I just kind of alluded to this a little while ago. So for instance, if I'm boycotting or if I'm upset over the Gears of War review and I complain about it, and I say, and I don't mean like go crazy, I'm just saying, 7, it's kind of unfair. It's one of the greatest franchises ever. They improved on it in every way, and it still holds up to today's standards. I saw one guy, by the way, I heard one guy in the video say that it's a 10-year-old game and it sucks and it's not like it used to be and it didn't age well. No bullshit. Most games today don't play as good as that game did 10 years ago. And if that's the case, they wouldn't be doing remakes with all the Zeldas and Gears of War and the Rare Collection and the Mega Man. If these games didn't play as well today or age as well today, they wouldn't be doing remakes. But anyway, back to my point. So if you're on there and you're saying, hey, it's a 7, and well, if somebody's on there and they say it's a 7, and then I come on and I say, that's a little unfair, I think it's a little better, you can't call me a fanboy for having that opinion. Now, if I go crazy over it and say I'm gonna boycott and, you know, set the fucking place on fire and do all of this, then maybe I'm a little bit more than a fanboy. Maybe I'm crazy. But you're seeing a lot of this stuff. If I make a comment about Nintendo's business decisions and I say, you know what, their hardware is garbage, I'm in the realm of truth. Somebody else will accuse me of being a Microsoft, Sony, or PC fanboy because I had the nerve to say that Nintendo isn't really on the cutting edge of technology when it comes to their system. I know a lot of people, the first thing they're going to say is, well, graphics don't make a game. If graphics didn't make a game, then there would be nothing displayed. There would be no visuals. That's what the whole point is that it's graphics. So, it is a factor. It's not the only factor, but it is a factor. I'm from New York. I was born in the Bronx. I'm a New Yorker all the way. But in the 90s, I wasn't rooting for the New York Knicks to win. I was rooting for the Chicago Bulls. I thought that the Chicago Bulls had a better team, which I was right. History proves that. I thought Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen were the two best players on the planet. And sure enough, year after year after year after year, whenever they met in the playoffs, the Bulls would win. I was called a traitor.
How can you fuck the only people who ever cared for you? How do you do that? You lost, motherfucker.
I was called a piece of shit. I was called an asshole. People were accusing me of being homosexual, that I was sucking Michael Jordan's cock. And all of that because I thought that one team was better than the other. Why do we have to be so competitive on things that we don't even own? And that's the whole point of fanboyism. I think part of it is because we get something, we enjoy it, and instead of trying to introduce that to the world, we claim what we're enjoying as the best. And then somebody else says, no. The best is over here. So I just wish that as gamers, I know I'm a gamer, I've been a gamer for years. I wish that we would let the little boys do their little boy stuff and the little girls do their little girl stuff. And a lot of us try to grow up a little bit and stop the nonsense. Ha!
Shut up!
At the end of the day, just enjoy the games that you're playing and enjoy the systems that you're playing them on. I mean, it's that simple. You're not getting paid by Microsoft, Sony, or Nintendo. So for people to act like it's such of a big thing and this is my side and my side is the best and your side sucks, it's crazy. Just because you have a PlayStation 4 doesn't mean that all the exclusives on Microsoft's side are bad. Same thing the other way around. It's just crazy. It doesn't really make a difference. Even the arguing between Microsoft and Sony back and forth, the fanboys there, 1080p and all of this stuff. I mean, the differences between the graphics are so minor. Like the average person, if you just put the game on in front of them and they don't know what system they're on, they won't be able to tell the difference. But yet you have people arguing over pixels. It's ridiculous. It's really silly, and I think as gamers we should set a better example because let's face it, we're judged hard. We're really judged hard by the media and by a lot of people, and yet this is the #1 form of entertainment in the world, and yet we're still kind of treated like these weird, nerdy, crazy, perverted, gun shooting crazies because we play video games.
You got that?
Got it.
Listen, I'm gonna need this within 48 hours. If you do that, I'll double your last price.
So now you are going to die.
This is someone you work with. And you're giving me a hard time.
So I think if we just stop the fanboyism and slow down on the trolling and just play and enjoy this great hobby, I think we would all be better off. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to click that thumbs up. Don't forget to share, leave a comment, and most of all, subscribe. I do appreciate your support. Mastermind out.
Can you remember your mother's name or what she looks like? Or how about where you were born? Don't you have any happy childhood memories? Do you even know who you are?
Ghost Tech Humans is so pathetic, and this poor bastard didn't subscribe to Mastermind.